Hey y'all, welcome to Bluff City Life with me, Gina Neely. We have a great show for you today that includes incredible deals and amazing people. I'm ready to share them with you. So grab your lunch and come on back. Get ready for a checkup. Women's health is in the hot seat, debunking myths and establishing facts. Plus, it's a day for deals. Which household items are available at a discounted limited time? Health professionals play a vital role in society. If you have a heart to join the medical field, Northwest Mississippi Community College wants to welcome you this Northwest Wednesday. We have welcomed Troy Day, Director of Northwest Cardiovascular Technology. Hey Troy, how are you today?
Wonderful, how are you doing?
I can't complain. So now tell me, what's required to go into this medical field at Northwest?
The initial requirement is an 18 on the ACT, and then if you make the 18, then we do an interview. You apply for the program itself.
Okay.
And we do an interview, and we're looking for specific characteristics in people as far as like compassion, courage, strength, character, that type of thing. The 18 gives us the approach of test-taking skills and knowledge of anatomy, English, communication, and then we take it from there.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that process. So has it always been that way?
Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I think some of them missed the compassion part. What you think, Troy? I'm just kidding.
We're working on that.
I'm just teasing with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good thing. So tell me, what's the benefit? I mean, I know Northwest has, is it with Northwest, it's the full same package as anywhere else?
Yes, ma'am. Northwest is the only community college in the state of Mississippi that's providing this school.
Really?
This career option, is what I should say.
Yeah.
So that, and we're the only school in Mississippi, but we're the school that also provides for Mississippi hospitals as well as the Memphis metro area. They all have catheterization labs that require the individuals to get our specialized school.
So it's a lot of on-the-job training, right, at your fingertips.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay.
Ma'am. It's a real collaboration of theory and hands-on for a critical application.
Is there any job placement out there, or do they normally kind of just apply different, or is it just kind of, you guys don't deal with that, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Oh, do you?
Towards the end of your your last semester with us is geared towards the job placement. We try to have students in the hospital that they would like to work at, or that there is, at times in some fields of it, you got to be within 30 minutes of the hospital.
Oh.
If you get called in at night. And so we work that into our clinical placements as well. So
I was not aware of that. Yes, because I thought once you went through the whole thing and graduated, it was up to you to sort of find, but you guys also assist with that.
Yes, ma'am.
Northwest walk you all the way around.
Yes,
y'all are really, really good at that. Yes, every time you guys come, it's always some new program. You guys are really like a full program, the whole thing from top to bottom.
Absolutely.
Is that intentional?
Yes. Yes.
And we have such a shortage now, because I know one while we had a shortage of nurses, so the medical field is kind of having some time like finding people.
Yes, ma'am. It went hand in hand. And nursing is a broad field of most of the floors of the hospital, but the Cath lab felt it too, as people chose to travel and move out, and now hospitals are refilling that and filling that back up with people from the community.
Yeah, so you think the pandemic kind of caused the shortage of that, or do you feel like people just kind of not interested in the medical field as much?
I think it just shook it on all levels, and we're kind of settling back out with it and getting back to what we need, I believe.
So what is the role of a cardiovascular tech?
So they, when they graduate, they have the ability, they work side by side with a cardiologist. We have two sides of it. We have the plumbing and we have the electrical side of it, which is the way I like to explain it, is you learn the inside of the heart, what it's made of, then you learn what it pumps to the body, and then you learn where it pumps to. So the electrical side helps maintain the pump as well, right? And then the plumbing is where it goes. So you need blood to your brain, you need blood to your kidneys, you need blood to your extremities, to your feet. So a cardiovascular tech learns the treatment and diagnosis of when those problems affect people's quality of life.
That's a great way of explaining it too. Plumbing and electricity. Because when you said that, I was kind of like, did we vary from the cardiovascular conversation? But no, I mean, it makes perfect sense the way you explain it. And that, I feel like sometimes when it comes to different terms from medical field, it can be a little overwhelming, or just the way you make it make sense. I think that's a really good testament of what's happening at Northwest.
Yes,
just the
ma'am.
compassion and communicating it, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
So let me ask you, so once they do that, what would be the next step? Would they want to stay like in their hospital, or can they can move around? Do they opt to travel? Because let me ask you about their traveling portion. Do they opt to travel, or is it better when you travel?
At times they do. Typically, when you take a travel, they're looking for somebody that's had a minimal amount of like 2 years experience.
Okay.
And then because that world is kind of fast paced, and if they bring somebody in that doesn't know the doctors or anything like that, you need to know the job type thing. You take those skills with you. It's not something that you really carry in a bag with you. You carry everything in your mind.
Yeah.
So the travel is an option. Some techs see themselves moving into the industry side of it. Of representation of cells and products that get put into patients' bodies and stuff. So there's that, and there's outpatient clinics that are developing as well. There are several options, and there is very high demand for it.
All right, so there's a high demand for it. I suggest you guys get on over to Northwest Mississippi Community College and see Troy. Thank you so much, Troy. I appreciate all of that. We're setting you up for success and ease today. Later, we'll share an amazing deal on household projects you don't want to miss. Bluff City Life will be right back. Next on Bluff City Life, charging on the go. Meet the CEO behind a new piece of technology and see what all his device can do.